All right, here we go for the tube. What up? Go for the
Facebook?
The Facebook. Oh, exit replay. That was weird. All right, I hit the replay button. I don't know if anybody saw that, but that was a trip. All right.
Oh.
Well, anyway, here we go.
Fast forward,
It was
backwards,
like
and diverse.
What did it say? Flip it, twerk it, and reverse it or something like that?
I was just thinking of Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That's the other one. All right, here we go.
Do it.
For the show in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of Business Bros. Woo! What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode. It is Take Action Tuesday, and I'm here.
It is a Take Action Tuesday.
Hernan Cias here, host of the Business Bros podcast, along with my co-host,
the insurance bro, James Cias, with Pipeline Insurance, taking action on this Take Action Tuesday.
Right before the holiday
Right before the Thanksgiving holiday. We're still out here doing it.
Doing it every single day, ladies and gents.
Every single day.
Also, thank you to all of you who've donated shoes thus far. We've exceeded our goal of 365 pairs of shoes. Maybe next year we'll try a little bit something, or maybe double the goal.
We're going to do something
exactly
special.
What we're going to be doing. But we're going to be doing something. So thank you guys who've already donated. We really appreciate all those donations. If you still have any last minute donations for the end of the year, hit James up 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. He is also the Insurance Broham. So you can find him on Instagram at Insurance Broham. We are looking to help you grow your particular business by adding insurance by adding an insurance department into your business. Check out our previous episode. It should air, I want to say, Thursday. It's going to air on your birthday, actually, Ham.
What birthday? What are you talking about?
On Wednesday, Ham turns the old 36.
Yeah.
Damn, boy, you're getting old.
I know, right? I ain't getting no younger, that's for sure.
Getting no younger. Well, anyways, ladies and gents, check out our previous episode. We talked all about adding insurance into your particular business. It's the opportunity that sits right in front of you. All you got to do is reach out. You can send us your business directly, or you can earn an extra revenue stream when you send us business. 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com is what you need to do to reach out and get your insurance issues taken care of.
Yeah.
Show sponsor for the day is Casanova Fish Tacos.
Fish tacos.
Look, we got holiday season coming up. You got events coming up. You got corporate events coming up. Maybe you're a last minute planner like I am when it comes to some of these types of events, and you need to think of a catering company just to handle all your stuff right away. Casanova Fish Tacos has got your back. Go to casanovafishtacos.com. Let them know that the Business Bros sent you, so you can get that little added bonus to your already awesome catering event.
Bonus.
And, of course, make sure you guys go to dronecode.net/Business Bros. The sun is shining. Take care of your solar. Start the shopping process right there. dronecode.net/Business Bros.
Sun's always shining in Southern California. We, more than anybody, should be taking advantage of that.
Absolutely. Boom. Okay, so all that show stuff out of the way.
All the show stuff out of the way. Hey, here we go.
I wanted to, first of all, ask the Facebook. We're going to do this as an Ask the Bros episode. So if you guys got any questions you want to ask us, whether it's about podcasting, you want to talk about business, you want to talk about insurance, you want to just ask us general questions about us ourselves, we're open for that today. So make sure you guys are on the Facebook Live page. Or, you know what, if you... I can't do it via text. It'll show up on my screen, but I won't be able to hold it for long
you can't do that.
So, jump on the Facebook page. Ask a question. We'd love to answer them today.
Yeah.
But topic of conversation, it's going to be laziness.
Laziness. Feeling pretty lazy right now.
Here's the truth of the matter. I'm not on fire 100% all day, every day.
What? No way.
Miracle, huh?
No way.
What?
I don't believe it. I thought you were superhuman.
I mean, granted, I do tend to work more than most people, right? But it's because I actually like what it is that I'm doing, and it actually, I enjoy the grind. I actually like doing that sort of stuff, solving the problems, helping people out. So because I like doing it, it's my hobby. It's my thing that I like to do on the side. So of course I'm going to end up doing it more than other people. Other people have other hobbies. They like to paint. They like to draw. They like to, I don't know, whatever it is that your hobby is, you're going to spend time doing that hobby because it's what you love to do. Brother-in-law loves to go fishing. Almost all his spare time is around fishing at some point in some way and somehow, working on his boat, developing fishing rods, whatever it's going to be. But he's getting ready to do the thing that he loves to do. He works significantly harder at that hobby than many other people because that's his passion. That's what he loves to do. So many of us have this additional drive that pushes us in a direction. Doesn't necessarily have to be dollar productive. It just is what it is that we want to do in life. But then there's other times like today. It's been kind of my lazy day today. So I did get up early. I did go to the gym, right? I still posting. I'm still going early in the morning.
Still getting there. Hey, I saw there was a new name, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I added Jose.
Jose Alvarado?
Yeah, Visionary Media Jose.
All right.
So he's trying to get himself to get up early. He's going to the gym. He's just trying to get himself up to go earlier and earlier. So I talked to him when he came over to the house for Thanksgiving the other day. And I was like, all right, dude, I'm going to add you to the tag. We'll see what happens.
There it is. There it is.
So it's just, an extra thing to hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
But anyways, being lazy, right? So I'm on vacation this week. I don't have to teach a class in the morning or something or anything like that, right? So I went to the gym. I still got up early because my body, first of all, wakes up. And secondly, my alarm's there, so it's going to back me up anyways. So I woke up this morning. I went to the gym. And then I came home and took a shower, and I went back to bed. I normally don't do that, but on vacation, I was like, you know what? Why not?
Dude,
I got a little bit of extra sleep that I normally don't get, right? I got off kind of to a late start, and then I didn't really do anything as far as get up and go anywhere. I mean, I grabbed my laptop, I threw on some Peaky Blinders because my mother-in-law said I should watch that Netflix series. So I have Peaky Blinders going on my phone, just kind of like a little side thing, and I have my laptop open, and I'm catching up on stuff. And it wasn't the most productive day. Like, I didn't do anything dollar productive activity, really. I, caught up on adding intros and outros to some episodes that are going to post here when we're off for Thanksgiving, because we're not going to have the live feeds. I got those edited and posted.
You mean we're not going to bring everybody into the studio that's here visiting?
Right? I mean, we could. You never know what'll happen. You never know. But since we do plan ahead, we got to make sure that we have those daily pieces of content ready to go.
Yeah.
So I was editing all those and getting all those posted and rocking and rolling.
Working.
I was catching up on my emails and paying some direct bill payments that need to go out for the insurance agency. So I was doing stuff, but I just wasn't at 100% full force. I had something just to distract me too. I had Netflix going on at the same time.
Right.
So it's not like
so it's like you watch the show, and then you kind of go back to doing the thing, and then watch the show. Yeah, in the same
like 30, 40 minutes that you would be super productive, I'm distracted, right?
Yeah.
I'm still getting the stuff done, but I'm distracted. And I contemplate with myself sometimes, and I know some of you guys do this as well. It's like, you feel like every waking moment that every individual, every entrepreneur out there, every person that that's posting on Facebook, every real estate agent or insurance agent, whatever, they're constantly working. They're out working you. They're out doing things that are 100 times more productive than what you're doing. And so you feel guilty a little bit about, sitting back and relaxing or calling it a night at 5:00, and eating dinner with your family and doing these other things. Like,
but like when you have that, exactly what you're talking about, you're really comparing your productivity and yourself to others, and I don't know necessarily how much.
Right, it's not, and that's what I'm trying to get across. Is it's not really something that you need to. Comparing those two things are completely different things. I'll give you an example. And by the way, the short gist of it is I didn't feel bad about what I was doing today. Right, I kind of justified it to myself, and I was like, "Look, dude, this is your vacation time. You're still doing work. It's not like you're not being productive. You're just not doing it you're not working as hard, right? You're still going to you're still taking steps in the direction you want to go in. It's just at a little slower pace today. You're not sprinting today.
Okay, check this out.
You're walking.
I'm going to admit something to you. I did not do my weekly planner this week.
I didn't either.
What?
Well, one of the main reasons is because normally you hand it to me and we sit down and we do it.
Right.
And since you didn't hand it to me, I didn't decide to print it. It's like I'm incapable of printing my own weekly,
totally, right? Yeah.
But I didn't do it, and
me either.
I was thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? I justified this week as this is my throwaway week.
It is, yeah. Like
I'm gonna get some stuff done.
I've gotten up at 4:30 and I've done my journaling.
Yeah, I haven't caught up on my journaling. That's 2 days of not journaling.
But then same thing. I go back to sleep.
And okay, so
It's Thanksgiving week, right?
Right. And so these weeks are upon us. And here's the thing. And we've had this discussion before kind of offline. So I'm going to bring it online. We're sore that the Chargers left San Diego, right? It hurts us. It really does hurt us. And so, we often, joke around. We're like, oh, we need to become billionaires so we can buy the Chargers back and bring them home, right? Yeah. But the truth of the matter is the work it takes to become a billionaire, I don't want to do that amount of work. Like, I understand what it takes. It's always on every single day, looking at, exactly grinding and pushing. Like, to become a 100,000-aire is much different than becoming a millionaire, which is much different than becoming a billionaire, right? Mm-hmm. Like, each one of them has a workload that's associated with it. And I know exactly where I want to be. I want to be at $360,000 a year, right? $30,000 a month.
That's
now,
it.
Working hard to become, $360,000 a year is way different than trying to become a billionaire.
For sure.
And so I've come to grips.
$360,000 a minute.
Exactly. So I've come to
Bezos.
grips with the fact that that's not the kind of level that's not the kind of dedication that I want to put into business to get to that level. Mm-hmm. Right. And so, but that's a realization that I've come to accept.
You know what's kind of amazing to me though is, I question whether they work that much harder. Is it like an extraordinarily greater amount of work that they do? Because when it comes right down to it, they still have the same 24 hours in a day. Yeah. They still need to sleep 6 to 8 hours of that day.
They do.
What are they doing? What is Jeff Bezos doing? What are Bill Gates doing? What are they doing for 16 hours a day that's different than what we do?
Well, now and before is two different times, right?
Oh, that's true.
So, now their 16 hours is way different than when they first started. But when they first started, it was all about their business. Everything in every single day of those 16 hours was probably all about their business. Mm-hmm. Like, they only slept because they had to recharge their battery. And other than that, it was back on to what it is they were doing. So, and that's completely different from where I am today. Like, there is no way in my life that I can dedicate 16 hours of my day into my one business. I mean, I could, but what do you give up by doing that?
You'd be sacrificing a lot.
You'd be sacrificing everything else, right? Yeah. And so
your kids would hate you because you wouldn't spend no time with them. Your wife would leave you because you wouldn't spend no time with her.
Right. And so understanding what it takes to get to where you want to go kind of helps you define what is important to you. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not always about making that $1 billion marker, right?
Million's good.
Even 300,000 a year is good. Is really good.
Yeah.
I mean, the top 1% earners are $440,000 a year. So It's not like you're going to be hurting at that marker. You're going to be a comfortably good life.
Yep.
And so
top 1%, I'll take that.
And that's one of those things where you start to come to this realization, like, what does this look like for you? What does this happiness look like for you?
Ooh, my vivid vision.
You have to define what it looks like for you. And it doesn't look like for me personally. It doesn't look like for me personally putting 16 hours a day into that one laser focused business. It just doesn't for me, right? First of all, I know myself. Like, once I'm that dedicated to that one thing, my mind will go crazy. I can't stay that focused all the time in that one space. I always have to have multiple things going on that I could jump to, right? So right now my baby project is to create my ad agency. Okay, well, the ad agency is now the baby. It's the exciting thing right now, right? Mm-hmm. I get to create content. Now I'm learning about landing pages and ClickFunnels and all these other things. And it's exciting, the new stuff. And I'm going to get good at it, good enough to be able to find people that I can determine whether they're good or not, right? So I can speak the same language, so I can interpret what they're doing, and then start to build those pieces to build that kind of business on the side, right? That's like the insurance agency. I was there at the beginning where we were grinding it out at the very, very start of the thing, understanding how the whole business works, and then slowly but surely I moved. Exactly. But now I don't spend that much time on the insurance company.
Nah.
Now I spend very minimal time, and it's more like conceptual. Where do we want to go with this thing?
I spend a lot of time in the insurance agency.
You spend a lot of time in the insurance agency. But it's still something that I could dabble into, right? I can still, if my ADD type thing kicks in and the ad agency is driving me nuts, like I'm just frustrated over here, I could point my attention at something else and kind of consume my time there.
Yeah.
That's still one of those dollar productive activities that I can do. Or I can go back into my real estate space and I can generate more leads and then plug those out here, and I can do that and still have fun with it. And I can go back to my ad agency with a clear mind and relook at the problem that I'm looking at and kind of shape what I'm doing.
Or the first like 4 months of the year, you have a little bit of fun doing your taxes.
Or exactly, tax season's coming around the corner. But and so all these different things that are going on. But then again, I have to reevaluate, like, at what point do I start taking things off the plate, right? At what point do I have too many irons in the fire and I need to focus my attention on just maybe 2, 3, or 4 of them?
And then
that are meeting each other's
what
needs.
does it look like when you've actually accomplished that goal? When you hit that $360,000 a year? What does that look like?
What does it look like? But more so for me is these small days like today, right? For me, it's like I know what I have a better idea of what my vision is going to look like. I have a better idea of what my lifestyle is going to look like. I can see my entire backyard done right. I can see myself hosting regular networking events with different people to, grow what it is that we're doing. Like, I can see that lifestyle already coming to fruition because it's already kind of happening, right? It's already on the peak there. But when I have days like today where, like, I'm just not as productive, am I able to get over myself, my own identity, and say, like, it's okay to check out. It's okay to pump your brakes, right? You're not hurting yourself. You're not stopping the momentum of where you're going. You're recharging your battery.
That's allowed.
And that's allowed. And I'm okay with that, right? It's okay to do that. We have these holiday breaks. We've had a great, we've already had 2 awesome dinners. Well, I had 2, you had 1, right? 2 awesome dinners, with family, with friends, coming over, and there's more to have that's going to happen this week. I have the kids at home. We get to hang out. I mean, Mila had a slumber party, things that are happening that are okay to step back and say, enjoy those moments.
Yeah. These holiday lulls, they just remind us of the things that really are important. I mean, business is just business. There's nothing personal about it, but the reason why we do the things that we do, or one of the reasons why we do the things that we do, is to be able to spend more time with the people that come over on the holidays and provide an experience, just to have the time, just to be able to provide the space for attention. Just if we're not, I don't know. It's like I think about all the friends that I've made throughout the years, especially. Something that I really want to do at some point is to, like, go see all of those people, in all the different places that they're at now. Adam out in Italy right now, and Mary up in Northern California, and all the friends that I made in Ohio and Pennsylvania and Florida. All these different places where I know I have friends. I would love to go out and meet them, and that's just
that pop by person to person connection.
Yeah. And that's what, building a successful business would allow me to do, is to be able to travel. And, the holidays for me just reminds me that those are the things that are really important, is those relationships, those people, those friends and family.
Which honestly for us, for me anyways, it brings me back to what we talk about when October 1st comes on. Right? When that first day of the 4th quarter starts, and we're actually start talking about this towards the end of September, right? When we start seeing the 4th quarter coming around, one of the things we do on a regular basis is open up the calendar, pull out October, November, and December, and literally with your own calendar, knock off the days that you're not going to work. And be honest with yourself. This is why journaling is important. But be honest with yourself and close off those days that you're probably not going to work. Could you work? Could I have been 100% today and been super effective and gone out and met with potential podcast guests or clients or made phone calls? Could I have done that? Yes, I could have. But I was being honest with myself, and on my calendar, it's crossed off.
Yep.
I have nothing going on today because I know that I am not going to be dedicated 100% to that time. I know that I have family in place, and it's okay. Right. But it's also planned, like you're doing it in advance. You already know what days you're going to be working and what days you're not going to be working, because at the end of September, you looked at your 4th quarter and you left the days that you will be working open, the days that you will not be working closed.
Exactly.
And it's okay. I got to keep saying that because I know there's a lot of people out there that are really grinding, right? And that they feel, look, now I got I got this extra time right here in the fourth quarter. Maybe I'm not seeing as many clients because they're a little busy, and I'm going to work my butt off. But there's really, what are you going to work your butt off for? What are you? Boom.
The time is 19 minutes and 2 seconds. We interrupt today's regularly scheduled #1 podcast in San Diego for a purely selfish, completely irreverent, sell-out cash grab word from our sponsor. Hernan, what are we selling today?
Fish tacos.
Fish tacos.
Fish tacos. Ladies and gentlemen, CasanovaFishTacos.com. I hope you guys seen the parody. I hope you've shared it. I hope you've had fun with it. We had fun filming it. But most of all, you guys get to see in that video some of those big, great, delicious fish tacos that Casanova takes care of. That's the kind of stuff that you want at your event. You want people to come to your event, enjoy the food, and ask, where the hell did you get this guy? CasanovaFishTacos.com is where you go. Also, make sure when you do book your event, whether it's a wedding, a quinceañera, a happy birthday party, 60th, 50th, 40th, whatever it's going to be, corporate event, make sure you let them know that the Business Bros sent you so Hector can hook you up with a little something extra because that's what he does, right? Let them know Business Bros sent you. That's what we got for you guys today. CasanovaFishTacos.com.
Love it.
Boom. Are you going to close it off?
Oh, yeah. My bad. I always forget
man.
this part. How do I do this?
I don't know how you do this.
And now, back to the #1 podcast in San Diego, the Business Bros Pod.
All right, so we were talking about what to do during this last couple weeks that we have here in the fourth quarter. This is a perfect time. Like, working in your business is probably not as effective in the fourth quarter, especially if you're in real estate, that sort of stuff. Taxes, probably. You got some good planning time that you could be working on right now. But in the real estate side, you have less and less clients that really want to talk about what it is that you're going to be doing. Less and less clients that are going to be listing. They kind of want to delay for the holidays. But there are a lot of clients that need to get stuff done now too, so don't knock it. However, if you do find yourself at home working on stuff, now is a perfect time to be working on your business.
Yes.
Now is a perfect time where you can revamp that website, or you can, work on your marketing campaign for the next year, your drip campaign that you're going to work on. Maybe now is a good time to start sending and reaching out to your clients and reminding them that, the holidays are upon us. Thank you very much for everything you've done for us. Now's the time to be working on your business. So It's not that the time is gone, right? Now is the time when you want to be preparing yourself so that the first quarter comes in and you have full momentum going in, right? Now's the time when you can do that stuff. Do you have to work it as hard as the other ones? No. Can you? Absolutely. Let's face it. There's a lot of people. I mean, when I was skeptical about talking about this because I know there's people out there like the Jeff Dishers of the world that are just freaking on fire the whole time.
The whole year through.
Whole year through. That's just how they're made.
Yep.
But my emphasis for this one is it's okay if you're not. There are other people who are very successful at what it is they're doing, and they don't work nearly as hard as those. But those guys that work really, really hard understand what they're shooting for. Mm-hmm. They're not trying to be just above average. They're shooting for major accolades.
Yep.
They're shooting for huge amounts of success. And more power to them. I want to see them succeed. I want to see that ride. But don't compare yourself to somebody like that who has the aspirations of that kind of success when your aspiration is just not there. Yeah. Right? You're comfortable with being here. And there's nothing wrong with being here.
There's a building in downtown San Diego. I can actually see it from here. It's got like the little slant. I refer to it as Stark Tower. And I realized one day, just kind of walking through Little Italy, I look up and I see it, and the whole top floor is the penthouse suite, right? Like it's 2 floors is how tall it is, and it's amazing. And I'm like, one of the things that I'm thinking is, how amazing would it be to live there, right? But like, what kind of money does that take? What kind of income does that take? What kind of work does that take to get to that level? And I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know what? I don't think I actually want to live there, because that takes a whole lot of, I don't know. It takes a lot more than I think that I'm capable of. It's beyond my capacity to.
I'm gonna disagree with you. It's not beyond your capacity. It's beyond your willingness.
beyond my capacity to imagine myself doing.
I don't
Like,
know, man.
or willing, like,
I can imagine myself doing a lot. The difference is,
I don't know.
are
I
you
can
willing-
imagine quite a lot.
Right? Are
All
you
Han
willing
Solo.
to do what it
Right.
takes to get there? And that's a whole different ballgame.
That's all right. Fair enough. Like, we're saying the same thing, but in different words. But I was like, you know what, though? I could at least meet somebody who lives there and stand up there one day. That's a good enough goal. I like that.
Heck yeah.
I want to meet whoever lives there and stand on their balcony and just overlook Coronado. And yeah, that's good. And then, I kind of started looking around and I'm like, you know what? Maybe that kind of a penthouse, maybe Tony Stark level is just a little bit much for me, right? But I don't know. I could do like something smaller, a Robert Kiyosaki level, or like that's not Tony Stark, Donald Trump, whatever. Like that's a different level.
That's a huge different
right?
level.
That's a huge different level. But I don't know. Give me something a little bit smaller, and I'm good.
But again, you've defined what it is that you want.
It is.
You've defined what your life is going to look like. You've sat down and decided this is the lifestyle I'm going to lead. What does it take for me to get there?
Right.
And now you're taking progressive steps to get
Jeff
there.
Bezos.
Right? That's it.
Do I want to be a Jeff Bezos, or do I want to be? What's
Trying to
another
think of
option?
something smaller.
Yeah, me too.
But see, the thing about being smaller like that is
Nobody knows who they are.
Nobody knows who they are. And that's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
It's
Well,
not a bad thing.
it might be for you. You want to be famous.
I do want to be. I want to be industry famous, right?
San Diego famous.
San Diego famous. So it's a
There
little
you
bit
go.
different. Maybe like I don't know, like a Billie Jean is marketing.
There you go.
There you go. That's a good example. Not everybody knows that guy.
Not everybody knows him.
But if you're in business and
You probably
you
know him.
looking and you're thinking about putting ads out, chances are you've recognized
Tim and
that
Julie
name.
Harris.
Tim and Julie Harris.
There you go.
Texas famous.
Texas famous.
But
you
still,
know.
but that's my point, right? It's not that kind of grandeur. It's not way up there, and it's not because you're incapable, and it's not because you are you don't have the skills or you don't have the dedication. You're just not willing to in your mind yet, and that can change. By the way, that
True.
can change. You can achieve what you want to achieve and redefine your life at any given
It will
point
change.
and ask for more. Right? You can change who you want to be. You can. I'm 37 years old. 10 years ago, I was just sitting creating a Facebook page because I'm going to be coordinating my 20-year high school reunion coming up next year, right?
Oh my god.
And so, you're thinking 20 years ago, like I'm a completely different person. It's only been 2 decades. I still got a lot of time left. Things will change. I could decide that I want to go bigger and stronger and higher and faster as my kids get older and I have more time. But for right now, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm enjoying this time that we have. And if it means that I'm sitting back and relaxing and not going at 100%, that's okay.
24/7.
24/7, right? Because when I do have a day this week, maybe it'll be Friday. Maybe I wake up Friday and I'm just grinding the whole day. Or maybe I'm back at it the next week and I'm full on grinding again.
Right back at it.
Not a big deal. Accept it because you've become self-aware of who you are and what you want to achieve. Step 1. Figure you out.
Ooh.
Who is you?
Who is you?
Who
Well, that's
is
why
you?
I love the thing that I've been working on, and for me, I guess working on my business, if you will, is the vivid vision that I've been working on, and it's becoming so much more detailed, and just being able to really see like what is my business going to look like, and what is my life going to look like in as much detail as I can imagine.
And I would
Telling a whole story.
Yeah, but you're doing it for your own self, right? You're clearly defining where it is you want to go. If you guys are thinking of something to do, like if you got your November, December, you have no idea what you're going to do during these times off, that would be a fun activity. You can even do that with your spouse and kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it that your life is supposed to look like? And if everybody can buy into that vision, if everybody understands what it is you're shooting for,
Imagine that, yeah.
imagine how much extra time, drive, and motivation you're going to get from outside of
Yeah.
your own mind, pushing you in the direction, because they all want to be in the same. You've constructed a vision for your family, for where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's kind of a fun activity.
Yeah, and now everybody's working towards the same goal.
Exactly.
Love it.
Exactly. All right, ladies and gents. Again, thank you guys very much for being a part of the program, for contributing to the shoe count. But if you still have any shoes you want to donate, hit James up 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. We're also in the insurance business. Maybe you want to send us some insurance quotes. We know we can handle it, turn it around really quick for you. Or you want to add insurance into your business, help grow your bottom line, get yourself another stream of income. Hit James up 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. Show sponsor today is dronecode.net/business bros, the place where you go to get your solar shopping started. And of course, Casanova Fish Tacos. Man, I'm getting hungry. Can't wait for the next pop-up. You can find out when the next pop-up is. Go to casanovafishtacos.com. Book your event, wedding, catering, any type of big event that you want to have, or maybe it's just a small event you want to do something at your home, appreciate for your clients. Casanova Fish Tacos is the place to go. Make sure you let them know.
Go ahead.
Yeah, make sure you let them know that the Business Bro sent you, so that Hector, the owner, can add a little bonus to your package.
And I was just going to say that if you want to learn more about the insurance program that we've got going on, listen to yesterday's episode 343. We talked for a full half hour about it.
Boom.
That's
all we got for you guys today. Peace.
Bye-bye.
And we're out.
Bye-bye, Facebook.